Oi oi people, welcome back. Day 2, it's about 32 degrees, sweltering out here. Another day in paradise for me. My last day here on Bob Mellow Beach, and tomorrow I'm heading down to Culver, which I'm looking forward to. I was on a Facebook Live last night, and I was gonna start talking, start getting a bit deep, dark, and dangerous with you. And as you all know, every time I go on Facebook Live, I just get cut off all the time. Like, I don't know whether it is my signal or whether it's just Facebook don't like me chatting the truth and facts. They don't like me having a bit of a ramble on. So I've had a few inboxes. A good friend of mine sent me a real long voice note when I woke up this morning, and I've had a lot of people say this, saying, Jim, you're such an inspiration. And it's something I need to learn to accept, because I haven't really accepted it, and I sort of cringe when people say, mate, you're such an inspiration. I think I'm not really. I'm just a guy who's winging life. He's had a bit of a I don't know, traumatic life, and been through a lot of shit in my life, really. But I've sort of like turned the tables now, and I've changed a hell of a lot in my life over the last 2 years. So it's October now. 2 years in October. I wasn't in a good place mentally. My mental health, I've spoke about this before, is something I've been dealing with since I was a teenager, and I think I am going to get a copy of my medical records so I can sort of like look back when I've tried crying out for help, and I've tried getting help regarding my mental health and my suicidal thoughts. I mean, some people that don't know me personally have said I'm just jumping on the bandwagon, but they don't know me. They haven't had a clue about who I am, what I've been through in my life, the battles I've had. So bollocks to those people anyway. Like, I don't care. There are no toxic people in my life anymore, but that's one of the things I had to change over the last 2 years. So yeah, 2 years ago I went missing, and I was trying to do myself in, and I knew I was going to do it, and I was doing it. I sat there for about 4 or 5 hours with my engine running, with that hose pipe up my exhaust, thinking, this is it, I'm going, I've had enough. I couldn't find another way out with my situation. Battling with being homeless again, which has happened plenty of times in my life, but I only blame myself for that. Poor relationship choices, whatever, toxic people in my life, numerous reasons. But just don't take anything granted, man, because in a blink of an eye you could be doing well and you could lose everything, and I've done it time and time again. But a lot of my troubles has been down to alcohol and drug abuse, really. I've always been a raver, party goer. Obviously I've tried crack, I tried heroin. I was doing heroin when I was 17. I wasn't addicted to it, I was just experimenting. And I did OD when I was 17, just before Christmas, just after my birthday. And I don't regret any of it. I don't regret anything in life anymore. They're just all experiences, and it's all led me to this path I'm on now. I mean, look where I am. This is just magical. I don't really want to go over those people there. So yeah, drinking. Flipping out, I was drinking when I was about 12, smoking when I was 10. Started doing acid and mushrooms, smoking ash and that when I was like 13, 14. And it was just the way my life's always been, really, until the last 2 years, until my last suicide attempt, really. But when I was 18, I was in another bad place. Life was actually alright, and my mind just wandered off and took me to a dark place where I just beat myself up. I hate myself, and I took a load of painkillers, and I don't know, about 5-6 ecstasy tablets back in the 90s when I was about 18. Someone found me about a day later. I got rushed to hospital in an ambulance. Obviously I got put on a psychiatric ward for a couple of days, and that was it. Just left to nothing. But there has been times in my life since those days where I've tried getting help, and I've never ever got the help. And I have tried, believe me, many a times. I've rang Samaritans, loads of mental health charities. I've been to hospital. I mean, fucking hell, I even got sectioned after my marriage went down the pan back in 2019, and I still didn't get the help. And 2 years ago, when I was trying to do myself in, fair play to Johnny for finding me. I have seen him since, but I am going to go buy you a pint, mate. I don't know whether you're drinking or not, but I am going to come see you again for a chat, and I'll buy you a drink. And I forgot what I was on about now. But even then, when I was found, I wasn't in a good place. Fair play to Johnny. First thing he did, he said, right, you need to contact some people, because when I went missing and everything, there is no phone, nothing like that. That's it, I'm gone. Like, I'm not thinking about anyone else apart from doing myself in. And so he made sure I used his phone to contact someone to let them know I was still alive. And obviously, because I've been missing for 2 weeks, the police had to come out and see me. So an officer came and see me, and obviously I was just broken, man. I was in bits, just crying my eyes out. And he said, Jim, you need help. Like, obviously, like the police know, I've got a bit of history of trying to do myself in. He said, I'm going to make sure I've got your details. He goes, I'm going to get you the help you need. Never heard a thing. And so yeah, that was October 2 years ago. Sorry, I need a drink, man. I got a tickly throat. It's because I just had a rollie as well. And yeah, things didn't improve. I was sort of seeing someone at the time. It wasn't really serious or anything, but she's got her own problems and that, and it didn't work out between us. I ain't going to delve into that. So I ended up with nowhere to go on Christmas Eve and that, and my mind was taking me to a dark place over Christmas. That's why I don't like Christmas. I'm not celebrating Christmas anymore. Stop that. And so yeah, I didn't know what to do, and obviously I had a bit of a vision about walking that coastline last year, and so I decided to set off and do it, and that was the journey of a lifetime. But like, I'm still on my journey now. Like my mental health, I'm always going to battle with it. Like recently, my anxiety's been through the roof. My mind's been wandering off, hence why I went and done Penny Fan a couple of days ago. Who would have thought, one minute I'm in Ireland, then I'm working in Cardiff up on a beam welding, then I'm up a mountain, and now look, I'm out in Goa, man. Like, my life's still mental. Like, people will say, oh, Jim's crazy, Jim's mental, and I'll always will be, because I don't drink and I don't take drugs anymore. It don't mean I'm a boring fucker or anything like that. I'm still as mad as a box of frogs, man. But my life is just so random, and I don't know where my life's going. But over the last year, since I stopped, when I stopped hiking, when I finished, I didn't have a clue what I was doing, and I did fall off the wagon. I did have a drink because I thought I deserved one, And the next day I quickly regretted it. And I thought, oh, sod it, should I go do another lap? But obviously, with no money coming in, I didn't have the money to go and do another lap. And I was thinking, should I just go camp out the woods? And I just felt so lost, because all I did for 8 months was hike and wild camp. I'm just wandering around circles on this beach because it's busy down the other end. And sort of like that was my life for 8 months. Just smashing out the miles. And walking that coastline every single day in all weathers and going up the mountains and everything. I mean, it was beautiful. I loved it. It was hard, believe me. That was one of the hardest things I've ever done. But it was a beautiful thing. And I met some amazing people on that adventure. And like I said, when I finished, I did fall off the wagon. A good friend of mine, a lot of people know, back in Western. Obviously, I went to the funeral and it just got a bit messy. And I instantly regretted it and thought, oh, I can't put myself through that again. And I haven't touched a drop since. And I don't think I ever will. Well, I say think, I never will now. I look at alcohol as a poison. And I don't even like going to the pub anymore. I don't mind if I'm going for a meal, like a social meal or something, it's not too bad. But when I'm at work, the lads like to go out for a beer, not just like now and again. And my anxiety just goes for the roof again. I don't enjoy it. I think because I spent so much time in the pub getting fucking out my head. I don't like to waste time anymore. Time is so precious. And time now, I just got to make the most of it, because I've wasted so many years of my life. Well, I say wasted, they've all been experiences. Life's just one big experience. But now I want new experiences, like all the old stuff back in the day. I'm done with that now. I am actually going to a rave. It'll probably be my first sober rave. When I get back next month, the Sanctuary reunion, proper Technodrome reunion, man. I'm looking forward to it, and there's a few old school lads going. We used to party, see each other at parties back in the 90s and that. So I'll be going there sober, and it finishes at 11 o'clock at night. I'll probably have an afternoon nap there. So still going to go to the odd rave now and again, because the rave scene, I've always been part of that. I love it. Hence my old school collection is growing and growing and growing. But I am going to keep just pushing forward with my life, and I am just winging it, to be honest. Like I said, my mind, it still wanders off. But I know what I've got to do to reset. Hence why, when I do get any free time, I just head to the mountains. Like I said, I don't spend much time in England. As soon as I get home, I can't just sit there. I'm like, right, I've got a van sat there, I've got a bed, all my hiking gear, tents in the back. Right, let's just get off somewhere. So, yeah, it was only a few days ago. I was at Pen y Fan. Obviously, I didn't get the views. That was my second time up there, so I am going to have to go for a round 3 at Pen y Fan. I don't know when, because I just wing it. I'm not sure when I get my weekends off. That's the only thing. Planning things for the future is quite hard for me, because I get a lot of people saying, oh, mate, I'd love to join you. But I just do it on a whim, really. I can't really plan ahead and say, oh, right, this weekend I'm going to go here, who wants to come? Because I don't know my work schedule. So, obviously my job, I do enjoy my job. Obviously I've got myself some qualifications and that now. And I like the travelling and moving around, because I've never been settled in my life. It is a bit of a sacrifice being away. It's not sort of, when I finished that hike last year, it wasn't really how I wanted my life to go, sort of like back in the system, back in the rat race. But unfortunately, you got to earn some money so I can go out and do things like this. So yeah, the job's going all right, apart from the lack of time off. But it's put me in a position where I can come out here and do things like this. So I do try and keep things planned. Like I say about planning, I don't really plan my hikes or going into the mountains. I just wing them when I get a bit of free time. But to keep myself focused and moving forward, I do set myself some goals, a couple of months. It just keeps my mind a bit focused. And when I do go to some dark places up here, because that mind's a powerful thing, man. But when it does play tricks on me and it starts telling me I ain't good enough and that I can't do this anymore and to throw the towel in, I sort of take a step back and say, well, if I want to go here in a few months, or if I want this, that ain't taking me there. I'm sticking to my guns and I'm sticking at it, man. So that's what I do to keep myself sort of pushing myself forwards. Do you like my funky shorts? So I decided I'm going to stay barefooted as much as I can whilst I'm out here. I got some sliders, but they rub the inside of my feet, and my feet still haven't recovered from last year. They're still knackered, man. I might try and see if I can find some Indian to get a scalpel on my feet and have a bit of a dig around there. So my feet haven't recovered, my sliders are rubbing. I got a pair of trainers and that's it really. So I'm going to keep myself grounded, do a lot of grounded, a lot of soul searching. So when I got the taxi out here, my driver, I will get his name again tomorrow. I'll try and get some photos of him tomorrow. He's a legend, man. He's messaged me again today. I've told him where I'm going tomorrow. But he said to me, he said, Goa is a beautiful place to go and find yourself and do some soul searching, man. He said it is amazing for your soul. And he said it's probably the best destination to go in the whole of India. He said and he's grew up here his whole life as well. So obviously Goa it is a big old area. India is a massive country. So Goa's quite a big area. But I'm just heading south really and to see what happens. So I was looking a minute ago, and I've just booked somewhere for 2 nights. So I'm leaving this little bit of paradise tomorrow, Bogmallow Beach. My driver's coming to get me at 11 o'clock. I'm driving down to Culver and Sunset Beach. So I'm going to get down there tomorrow. And I just booked this place. It's still quite expensive, this place, but the more I get into this adventure, the cheaper I'm going to get. So this place was 21 quid a night, and I got 2 nights there. Was it 21? No, actually, no, it wasn't. It was 26 quid a night, my next place, and wow. I will show you it tomorrow. When I get there tomorrow, I'll do a video and I'll upload it. So yeah, I'm heading down to Culver tomorrow. 2 days there. I got Sunset Beach right on my doorstep. Actually, that beach just goes on forever and ever. So I'll have a couple of days there, see what's around, spend some time on the beaches. Obviously, I need to top up my tan. That's what I'm going to do today. It's just chill by the pool or on this beach. I'll just relax and soak it all up today, really, whilst I can, and then I'll start moving down the coastline tomorrow and just see what happens. Anyway, this video's probably made no sense whatsoever. I've just been rambling on. There's so much I wanted to say, but all I will say is look after number one. That's one thing I've never done. I've never really put myself first. Never really loved myself. I've never looked after myself. But now, the only person I can rely on is myself, and I realise that. And I have started to love myself over the last 2 years, since I was in that dark, horrible place that mind took me to. I'll never let my mind take me there again. I know what I've got to do now to turn it around and keep my mind from taking me there. Get out to nature. Nature is the best cure. Honestly, there's so much you can do if you're out there suffering. Just get out into nature. I mean, you might not be able to go out on hikes or do what I do, but just try and get out there, even if it's in the countryside. Spend some time alone out there in nature with the wildlife, in the weather, and it is a beautiful thing. honestly, it just does wonders. Why do you think I'm out here doing it all the time? It's my way of dealing with it, man. Turn off that TV. I mean, if you're drinking every day, try and have 2 weeks off the booze. I ain't going to start preaching about the booze, because the booze is like the worst drug that's out there from experience. Just try and have a break from the booze. I ain't saying give up for good like I've done. Just try and take 2 weeks off the booze. If you're battling with drugs, just try and take a bit of time off. I ain't saying give up. Obviously, giving up, that's amazing if you can give it all up. But if you can't, just take a break from it all. Toxic people, that toxic TV set, the toxic news. Take a bit of time out from it and see what it does, and get out into nature. You'll notice a change almost immediately, honestly. Right, that's me done for waffling on. So I might try and go live a bit later, but I'll get cut off again, I know I will. I'll let you know how it's going, but I'm just looking forward to tomorrow now. I'm getting a bit restless. I don't like being stuck in place for too long, really. I got up this morning, I was feeling a bit restless. I was thinking, oh, what should I do? And I was thinking, Jim, you're out here, beautiful weather, you're on a beach. Just soak it up, take it in, relax, chill. I don't have to do anything. And then we'll head off tomorrow and just see what happens tomorrow. Anyway, stay blessed, people. Right, I love you. Look after yourselves, all right? Love you, bye.